What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Rad and Dad channel video, or welcome if it's first time. Either way, very glad to have you. We're finally getting to change they work, so they're decent, but the stock, so stock is never fun, floorboards on my 25 Road Glide, we're changing them out for some Thrashin Apex. Roll that intro, we'll get started.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a YouTube channel, it's the riding down a thing that you
All right, so the next couple of videos is gonna be a lot of Thrashin stuff. They had a really good sale for Black Friday, and then another really good sale, 15% off, which is a decent chunk of change when you're looking at several $100s worth of items. So couple different items, and I've never tried Thrashin foot controls. So I wanted to try them, kind of do something a little different than I have used in the past. And I really like the way they look, and I've called their customer service about some other stuff in the past, questions about like two different products that were very similar, and I wasn't sure 100% of the differences on them. They were really good. They all ride over there. They're all good guys. If you watch their vlogs and stuff, they seem like they have a really fun time, and they do ride. They ride a lot. So without further ado, the floorboards. So I got a lot of stuff in my hands right now, and I'm gonna try my best to show you everything in a understandable, clear manner. All right, so first and foremost, obviously, the floorboards. Again, these are the Apex floorboards. They're knurled, and they still have holes. Really nice CNC machining. So two things with these. One, they have these removable sliders. So basically, these are gonna fit there, and when they scuff and scratch, you know, from turning, you just replace them. Super easy to replace them, that's it. Stock form. If you just to buy these floorboards, just the kit, you put these on each side that they come with, and then these would bolt to your stock bagger floorboard mounts, I guess for lack of a better term, the arms that kind of come up. That's in its stock configuration. However, we upgraded to, now you can do this two ways. You can get just these extensions for the heel, and I grabbed the wrong side, so this is gonna look stupid on camera. So you can get either just this extension part and be done with it, or you can get these riser blocks that raise your Apex floorboards up 1/2 inch, or, which is what I did, you can get the combo, which is one of these that already has the added lip on it, or the added wedge, kind of the extension, and it comes with the front. So these are going to do the job of both the heel extension and raising the whole floorboard with this heel extension up 1/2 inch. So basically this kit's gonna come with this, which is obviously thicker than the typical just angled out piece, and then these, and this is gonna go in the front portion, and this is gonna go in the rear, and it's gonna give you an extra, it's almost 1 inch of heel clearance, which is cool. It also looks cool, and it's gonna give you an extra 1/2 inch. So what is that gonna do? Obviously, it's gonna give you a little bit further back clearance. You can move your feet a little bit further back if you have really long, not wide, but I guess just long it just sounds weird, but if you have long feet, if you have a big size shoe, which I don't, but if you do, it'll give you more area to put on the pegs, or not pegs, floorboards. Weird terminology for someone who's never owned a bagger before this. But also raising it 1/2 inch is gonna give you increased ground clearance without having to do suspension work off the get-go. So yes, obviously suspension work will help, but just doing nothing else, just spending $100 or so on this raising kit is gonna give you increased lean angle, which is always something that is welcomed. These new baggers, the 23.5 and newer, they are better clearance-wise in the past. At least it feels like they are, at least how they handle and stuff. That being said, I just scraped my right side pretty good going around a small roundabout the other day, and I was going like 20 miles an hour, and it's Florida. So you always can use the extra lean angle. When in doubt, raise it up. Okay, so Should be really easy. We're gonna use blue Loctite first and foremost. We're gonna assemble everything, so I'll put you guys down there so you can see me put the replaceable wedge here, which does have to be done because when this will go on, it'll go on the other way. But even though you're not gonna necessarily scrape that, you're gonna scrape this first, still put it on. So we're gonna put that on. We're gonna put the kit on the floorboards themselves with blue Loctite, and then we're going to put these onto the actual Harley mount, or the Harley arms for the floorboard mounts. So let's get going. All right, so kind of just to give you a comparison of what the differences are going to be. Now keep in mind we already have the extension on there for the heel, which is tilted up a little bit, which is nice. It's pretty much the exact same size lengthwise. It's a little bit less on the width. I know the camera doesn't do a great job of showing you guys exactly, you know, the correct depth and stuff with it over top, but it's almost identical. Slightly less on the width, but as far as length goes, it's almost identical with that. So if you want a little bit shorter, perfect, then you won't have that. But it's gonna sit basically around right there. That's where it's evened up. So it's gonna hang out a little bit lower, or not lower, but farther back, but you're gonna lose a little bit up front, which is perfect because you wanna be able to tuck your feet a little bit farther back, get out of the way of the controls and everything. So super easy. What we're gonna do is take out these stock Harley bolts that are holding this, same here, and just install the new ones. That's it. on this side, you don't have to take these off. You definitely could do it without taking those off. However, as you'll see in the next video, I have different shifters and such, and this is gonna change the angle of this anyway, which means I'm gonna have to change the angle at which this is on the shaft, the spline shaft. So we're just gonna go ahead and take these off, specifically this one, because it's gonna be way easier. All right, so the floorboards are on and they look awesome. I have not ridden with them yet, obviously, because this is just the install video and I literally just put them on. Install, super simple, 10 being difficult, 1 being the easiest thing ever. I'd give it like a 2, maybe a 2.5. It's not as simple as like putting a sticker on, but it's so easy. Anybody can do it. So if you're somebody who is kind of shy about doing bike work or whatever, do not even come close to worrying about this. Super, super easy. Like I said, you can definitely tell, at least by looking at it, that they do look a little bit higher. Weight savings, I didn't have my scale out, and honestly it wasn't worth getting it and doing it or whatever, but I can tell you for sure the stock ones are much heavier. In terms of vibration, as far as like the stock having that big rubber piece, maybe it's an issue if you have a hardtail like mounted Sportster or something like that, but in my experience, every bike I've had that's been from Sportsters to twin cams to M8s, everything has had a solid peg or mini floorboard on it. I've never had any bike, you know, for the longevity of it with me. They've come on it obviously, but I've changed it with a rubber padded foot peg or mini floorboard or whatever. It's always been solid. I've never had an issue ever. I wear everything from regular tennis jogging shoes, as people call them, to Vans, to motorcycle specific, to boots, to everything. I've even taken it down the block a few times, like if I do something, whatever, just zigzagging around my area in Crocs just to test something out or whatever. So don't worry as far as having that rubber. You definitely don't need the rubber. And in terms of grip, this knurling and stuff will really work. If you have something like Vans or similar with that kind of sole, that'll be even better. But anything really, this will grip to it just fine. Especially in like wet weather or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. In terms of fit and finish, superb. You would expect nothing but the best from Thrashin. And as a added bonus, they are made in the USA. So that's a really big deal to a lot of us, and it's super important to me. It's nice to have made in the USA parts. Thank you guys very much for watching. Check out the links in the description. Everything from this bike to my MT07 to my past M8s to my Sportsters to everything is on or is linked in the description as far as build series goes. Thank you guys very much for watching, and until the next time, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.